Good evening. This is Fred Hadley reporting live at the intersection of Kimberly and Lyons Road, just outside of Century Village's South Gate. And we just got here on the scene. Apparently, there's been a multi-car collision. I can see at least 2 damaged vehicles. As soon as the traffic lets up, we'll attempt to get a little better view. I want to thank Rita for sending us a message. Another fire rescue vehicle just entered Century Village, but that usually only happens on days of the week ending in Y. We don't know if he's just turning around here or what, but we don't know if there's any injured. I haven't seen any ambulances. It's possible that they were already taken away if there were any injuries. Let's see if we get a little closer view of the damage. So we have the silver car. I'm not good at identifying makes and models. That has extensive front end damage. And this one also has front end damage. So apparently somebody was maybe making a left turn and head on into the other vehicle. There's a guy there. He looks like, I don't know what that is, stereo speakers or something. Maybe it's one of these boom boom cars. There does appear to be a decal on the rear window, so it's a resident of the village. We'll try to get a little clearer shot of that. Apparently, might be one of our gate entry decals. And if you're just joining us, we're at the corner of Lyons Road and Century Village Boulevard. If you're on the left side of the yellow line, if you're on the right side of the yellow line, then of course it's Kimberly Boulevard. So it looks like one car is on Kimberly and the car nearest us in the foreground is on Century Village Boulevard. But they're both on Lyons Road, that we can say with certainty. This is just outside the gate. As you can see, they've got all of the holiday lights up. I see another flashing lights inside the village. I can't tell what's going on. So apparently there was what looks to be a head-on collision, or almost a head-on. Maybe it was a little more complicated than that. I suspect somebody was making a left turn and didn't yield, because for both cars to have front end damage, that's pretty much what it's got to be. Here comes fire rescue, wants to get out of here. So while we wait and see what happens here, we just want to remind everybody that inside Century Village, you're supposed to wear a mask by the law in any common area, like the catwalk, laundry room, elevators, clubhouse. Must wear a mask. At the swimming pool, here's the latest story on masks. You only have to wear the mask if you're standing, entering, exiting, or walking in the pool area. If you're sitting in the pool area or in the water, then you do not have to wear the mask. So technically, if you're sitting in a chair and you get up to use the bathroom, you should put on your mask, especially inside the bathroom. You never know who might be in there. It's pretty close proximity. And the rule on chairs has not changed. You're not supposed to move the chairs. We see a lot of chairs being moved. People think that there's just no pandemic and they just want to get into a circle and chat with their friends. Some of them are wearing masks, which we're glad of that, but some of them are not. And people seem to think, well, if they're a couple, they can move the chair and sit next to their wife or husband. But that's not what the rules say. The rules say do not move the chairs. We are not in a social situation now. We're in a social distance situation. So in order for us to have the pool area for relaxation, swimming, we have to forego some of the social aspects of it for the safety of all of us. So I guess this thing is pretty much wound up. I think there's airbags, look like they've been deployed inside this vehicle. Well, anyway, stay safe, everybody. Always wear your seatbelt, even when you're just going to Aldi. As you can see, this accident occurred right here on Lyons Road and Century Village Boulevard. One of the cars is on the boulevard, the Century Village Boulevard. The other car is just west of it, and that is now Kimberly. The yellow line down the middle of the road, or the divider, separates the two boulevards. A lot of people still call it Kimberly inside the village, but technically it's Century Village Boulevard. Anyway, this is Fred Hadley standing at that intersection, Lyons and Century Village Boulevard, where they're now cleaning up after what looks to have been a two-car head-on collision. Both cars have extensive front-end damage, so it looks like perhaps one turned in front of another. We don't know. We didn't see the accident itself. Don't know anything about injuries. It's possible there were, and we got here after they were taken away. So we'll have to make a request of fire rescue for an official report. So this is Fred Hadley. Thank you for watching us on Facebook. And stay safe. Please wear your mask. Please be very careful this holiday season. There's what they call now the living room syndrome, where your best friends or relatives in your own living room can infect you. You don't have to go to a theater or a bar. You can get it from your friend or your neighbor. There is a case in Rexford that we know of, another one in Hythe. We would expect some number of cases in the village. I think it's probably lower than in the surrounding areas, percentage-wise. But it's here, and you have to be very careful. So thanks very much for watching. Fred Hadley reporting live at the scene of a two-car collision on Lyons Road and Century Village Boulevard outside of the decorated entrance to Century Village. Thank you and good night.